Nah, still
Welcome back to Beer Days TV. I'm Andrew Lepp.
We're on episode 3. I'm Cam.
And today we are bringing pale ales to the mix.
Love a pale.
Once again, these ones will be sight unseen. I don't know what Cam's got. Cam doesn't know what Lepp has. I'm going to go first.
I'm excited. Lepp's been talking up how he's found a beer that I've never had before. I've drunk a lot of different types of beers in my life. Let's see what it is. I've never had it before. What is it?
It's a Balmain Pale Ale.
Balmain Pale. I'm assuming made out of Balmain.
Well, I'm assuming the same thing, but
does it barrack for the Tigers?
the colours of the bottle would suggest that it does.
You would think so, wouldn't you? Even now that they're joined with Wes as a...
That is a Benji Marshall special.
That is Benji Marshall, isn't it? Alright.
I'm going to start pouring this one out.
And as usual, you pour yourself first without helping your brother out. Now my wife, who's once again behind the camera, informed me that we didn't know what we were talking about when we were talking about beers. But I'd like you to know that pale ale is from warm fermentation, and the reason that it's called pale ale is because it comes from a pale type of malt.
That's right, because that is darker than the last one. It is a pale.
So yeah, it's obviously nothing to do with the colour of the beer. It's also one of the major beers drunk in the world right now, apparently.
Yeah, I have noticed a lot of pale ales out there, and they're a very good tasting beer, but I would definitely like to get into this one. And I'm excited to see what you've got next.
Cheers, Sam. It is a cracker, isn't it?
Fruity.
It's quite flavoursome. You know, the thing is, I've drunk so much Cooper's Pale, and so I'm certainly not going to put Cooper's Pale down, but it was starting to put me in a place where I just wasn't sure if I could drink much more of it.
Yeah.
I don't mean I drank a lot like I'm a complete alcoholic. I just probably like a real alcoholic and back it off just a notch, you know. That's probably the level I was at. I certainly wouldn't condone excessive drinking or anything like that unless you have your own show. But that, it's got a lot of flavour, but it lacks a bit of that edge that you sometimes get.
I reckon it's halfway between like the fruitiness you taste out of like a Little Creatures and a Cooper's.
Yeah. Where
it's got a real sort of sombre taste to it.
Yeah. I mean, I did not think they'd be doing anything good in Balmain, but... Yeah.
I can honestly say I do like that pale ale. Cam, what are you going to bring?
We're not going to drink that whole thing, are we? No.
We will. There's no way of letting it go to waste. Let's just bring it on the next one.
Time, but let's have a look. Now, if you thought it was surprising that something decent came out of Balmain, wait till you hear where this comes from. Port Macquarie. I would like you, Lepp, to tell me 3 good things that have come from Port Macquarie right now. Exactly. Okay, so, pass me your glass. The gentleman does, pours the other man's beer first. How many episodes we're going to get through to get that right?
I reckon a whole year's worth.
Do we shoot the whole year's worth in one night? I like this shirt, by the way, that's a hell of a top. I think I recognise that from somewhere like episode 2 or me. Which is, Wicked Elf. Pale ale coming down.
It's a great name.
Oh man, it's so different, isn't it?
Mm.
You wouldn't even think they're the same type of beer.
No, I know they're the same type of beer. It's written on the bottle.
Yeah, and on my hand, just in case we were drinking. It's good though. I mean, once again, it falls into that category of this beer. I'm not really going to say that I don't like it.
Yeah.
If I had to pick, I'd probably go the Balmain.
Ah, a little Roman Company.
What are you thinking?
I would say the Balmain.
Balmain it is.
Balmain it is.
There you go.
I don't like both of them, but yes, I'm going to say the Balmain.
So if you're after a new pale ale that you haven't tried recently,
go to Port Macquarie.
and buy a Balmain beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming.